guys, I want to talk about recycling. It's not the top button issue of the day. The one of the top issues now is the WikiLeaks thing with the sex by surprise, but that's being covered already by pretty much everybody out there. But recycling, everybody always wants you to recycle and make you feel bad if you don't. But I look at it like this: when I was a kid, and I wanted to earn a little money, I'd go around the neighborhood and I'd collect deposit Coke bottles. They would be a 10-cent deposit for each one. I'd go knocking on doors. Hey, you got any bottles you want me to take back? So I'll split it with you. And normally they'd say, I'll just take them. You can keep the 10 cents on your own. And I'd run them over to the store and I'd have me a little bit of video game money or whatever it was you wanted. I bought a BB gun one time when I was about 10 with my proceeds from returning the bottles to the store. So that was neat, and that's how it should be. I remember when I was in college, there were on one wall at this bar that we would go to called Brothers Bar in Jacksonville, the whole wall was stacked up with empty cases of empty bottles of Budweiser. Why? Because those brought a 3-cent return. So they returned them. They saved them and returned them. Go to a bar now, you see they just throw the bottles in the garbage. Down here in the South anyway, I don't know how it is in most of the rest of the country. I do see that they have on the back of the bottle, when you look at the label, do I have one here? When you look at the label, it'll say some states it does have a deposit, but down here it doesn't. So you might as well just throw it away. Or you have to have 3 or 4 separate garbage cans in your house, one for the bottles, one for the plastic, and one for the, regular garbage, I suppose. Or you need one for the newspapers too. So, and I don't know if you can put cardboard in with them. So that's 4 garbage cans you have to run in your house, because the corporations decided it's cheaper to make the Pepsi bottle or the Coke bottle out of plastic and put the burden of recycling onto the consumer, instead of having to deal with getting the recycled bottles in and cleaning them and refilling them and sending them back out. So they put the burden on us, therefore they're saving millions, because it's a lot cheaper to blow up a plastic bottle than it is to blow up a glass bottle. And they produce the plastic ones, come out with this big PR campaign of how bad you are if you don't recycle. Well, guess what? I'm not gonna, and I never really have. If I don't have to go out of my way to do it, I'll do it. But since a corporation decided that they need to make their money any way they can and put the burden or the onus, if you will, on me to be the responsible one, that's not going to happen. I'll be responsible by refusing to buy that product if I can, where it's actually probable. We live in a world now where that's almost impossible. So I don't litter, but I'm not going to run 3 and 4 garbage cans just so I can fulfill some ideological environmental recycling program that doesn't really yield me any benefits but hassle. Now, if we can get the corporations back to the idea of being responsible on their own and producing bottles instead of plastic that they could reuse, and then give us a 10-cent deposit on it when we return it, a little incentive, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, that kind of thing, I think that's nice. But they're not going to do it because that's just too expensive for them to do. And the same bottle of Coke, I bet it was a lot cheaper back then. I remember it was 55 cents in the 80s when I was a kid. And now a bottle of Coke's like $1.39 for a 16 ounce, which the 55-cent one was 12 ounces. So it probably breaks even there in the long run. But they don't have the manufacturing and the manufacturing price of the glass bottle and the cleaning up of the recycled glass bottle. Those costs are gone, because I'm sure that plastic one, they could probably produce 100 to 1 of the glass ones at that cost, and probably of the recycling cost, they could probably produce that much as well. And I'm rambling. You know why? Because I uploaded my last video yesterday, and I saw that YouTube has allowed me indefinite amount of time for my videos. I can be longer than 15 minutes. I'm not sure how long I could be, but I'm not gonna sit here and ramble that long because I don't have that much to say. I just wanted to point that out. It's something that kind of always kind of got under my skin, that whole recycling thing. Like, we're bad because you don't recycle. Well, we didn't have to before because, well, I don't read the newspapers. I don't have to worry about that, but I'm talking about with Coke bottles and things like that. But I don't even drink Coke bottles anymore. Anyway, I drink beer bottles. They're not recyclable down here, so I can't do anything about that. Well, I guess I could. I mean, I misspoke there. Not returnable. They're recyclable. There goes a cop. Hear it? But, like I said, I'm not going to run 4 garbage cans in my house. That's just absolutely ridiculous. What do you guys think about that? Let's post some thoughts if you can. If you want to, post a video reply. That'd be cool. And have a great day. I forgot to ask what Sammy thinks about it.